Welcome everybody to this video. This is going to be a video on this Telluride. This is a brand new 2021 Kia Telluride. This is an EX Premium all-wheel drive model. And if you can guess by the wheels, this is a special Telluride. It is our all-new Nightfall edition Telluride. And it is in probably the best color combination you can get the Telluride in. Dark moss, black wheels, blacked out, black grille, black lettering, black everything. Today, we're gonna go through this vehicle and I'm gonna tell you why this is probably the best value of any midsize SUV. I'm gonna sweat in this hot summer heat here in Woodstock, Georgia. And again, I do wanna thank Carriage Key of Woodstock. This is where I work, but this is also where this vehicle is, and it is for sale. So definitely check our website and get into this beautiful 2021 Kia Telluride EX Premium all-wheel drive Nightfall edition. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start with what makes this vehicle so special. So with the Nightfall edition, you get black letters, you get this all-new redesigned black grille, you get this 3D optic Kia emblem that's also blacked out. You get blacked out piano black finish here. And then of course, with this one being an EX Premium model, you do get LED headlights all new for the first time on any EX model Telluride. With that, you do get the amber running lights that also double as the indicators. So that's another stylistic thing previously only available on the SX trim Telluride. Also, something that you'll get, blacked out trimming here, that's gloss black. And then you will get a black wheel set that I'm gonna go over very shortly. So front end wise, this is what you're looking at. And this color is called dark moss. So sick, so pretty, looks luxurious, reminds me of like a forest green from Range Rover. This thing means business. Like I said, these wheels are exclusive to the Nightfall edition. They have kind of a mountainous, earthy grid pattern, because again, this car is actually surprisingly very capable off-road. Not a lot of people know where they got the name for the Telluride. It comes from Telluride, Colorado, where this car spent a lot of its research and development in. So it was designed in California, engineered in Colorado, and it's built in West Point, Georgia, only a few hours south of this very location, okay? But this wheel set, they are 20-inch wheels. You have a 245 50 R20 wheel and tires set up here. So it is wrapped in Michelin's, and this thing just looks so good. Gloss black, sexy, yet very capable off-road. Gives you that ruggedness while also keeping that luxurious and sporty vibe. Getting to the back of this Telluride, because it's the EX model or higher if you got the SX, these will be all LED brake lights and indicators, halogen bulb for the reverse light, reflectors here. You've got the rear parking sensors, blacked out badging, and the same 3D printed Kia emblem back there. Privacy glass in the rear, as you would expect from an SUV, and then you do get a different rear valance here on the back of the vehicle. Don't know if you'd want to call it a rear valance, but you do have this very nice bumper garnish that is gloss black. This vehicle is equipped with a factory towing package, so because of that, you actually will get the tow hitch, and you do get a self-leveling rear suspension on this vehicle. So very comfortable. And because this is available with the towing package and all-wheel drive, this thing can actually tow 5,000 pounds. Incredible, okay? So let's talk about the side profile of this Telluride. If you didn't notice, this thing looks like the birth child of a Volvo and a Range Rover, and Kia did that on purpose. They wanted to make the least mom-mobile looking SUV in its class. They executed it perfectly, okay? Everything about this just exudes luxury, confidence, ruggedness, all in one. The paint color definitely helps in this situation. So, in saying that, you do have a very boxy shape. A lot of companies are staying kind of rounded off with their design. Kia made sure this thing looks very off-road capable, very comfortable, but also luxurious, okay? You will have this amber chrome or black chrome, as some people might know, around the window. So that's coming with the Nightfall edition as well. you do have this blacked out guard, or not rain guard, but bar for the running boards on the Telluride. So this one does have it because, again, the Nightfall edition. In addition to that, you do have body colored handles, and you do have that chrome garnish again in the middle of it. Keyless entry, as you would expect on a vehicle of this price point. And then it's really hard to tell, but you do have that garnish again here on the bottom of the car. It just looks super nice, super sexy, rugged, and luxurious. So stepping into the Telluride, for one, this vehicle just came off the truck. I had to get a video of it fast because, not even exaggerating, these vehicles sell out in a matter of hours. So I had to land it as soon as I can. So this being the EX trim, you do have this faux wood trim. It is kind of an open pore feel. It is not glossy. Very, very nice. It feels really good. You do have soft touch materials with nice stitching. EX premium model, you do have this 10.25 inch screen. Standard view for the screen will show you the temperature. I'm going to turn down the AC fan. You do have the navigation, any media that you'd be playing, and then of course the outside temperature. Again, guys, it is a scorcher 92 degrees, so I am doing this in the heat to try to show you guys this vehicle. You do have these nice metallic finish buttons. They look absolutely incredible, very high quality, and you see that it carries over into the switches here. Super nice. You do have dual zone climate control with digital readout. You do have the rear climate controls that you can access through this button, or if you scroll, you will have them also in the app here. It goes full screen, and then you can actually lock out the rear passengers if you want to. I'm gonna click home. You do have a heated steering wheel, and then of course the front seats are gonna be heated 3-stage and also ventilated 3-stage. I'm actually gonna keep the ventilated seats on because I am really hot right now. This car is currently equipped with the black leather seating. This is actually real leather. Lower trims of Tellurides will get a Sofino leatherette. So this gets leather. If you get to an SX model, it's still leather. If you add the Prestige package, it will add a Napa leather option. So very, very cool. You look into the gauge cluster, and this vehicle, like I said, just got off the truck. It's still in shipping mode. So something worth noting, you got the compass there. It'll show navigation directions if need be. This vehicle is equipped with pretty much every safety feature your heart can imagine. So over here, you will have the blind spot detection, lane departure warning with lane keeping assist. You also have lane following assist, which I'll show here. So you go to driver assistance, smart cruise control reaction, so you can actually edit that if you want fast, normal, slow. Driving assist. So new for 2021 is leading vehicle departure warning. So what that'll do is the car will give you an alert when the vehicle in front of you at a red light or stop sign actually departs from being stopped. Lane following assist. So the car will actually physically steer through a lane. So if you're going up on a turn or anything like that. You have highway driving assist. So the car will actually change the speed of the vehicle depending on what the road signs are saying, and that's going to be through the navigation system. Highway driving assist is checked. All that's checked. You do have warning timing, so normal, later, and in regards to the safety features. Volume, self-explanatory. Driver attention warning detects feedback within the steering wheel, and it'll detect fatigue while driving, and it'll tell you to actually take a break. Forward safety, so active assist, warning only. So if you want warning only, it'll give you a pretty much an auditory tone. If you want the active assist, it will actually apply the brakes for you. Lane safety, you got the lane keeping assist, lane departure warning. You can turn it on or off. Lane departure warning will only be the audible tone of when you actually depart from a lane without a signal. Lane keeping assist will actively center you in the lane with the steering. I'm going to go ahead and select that. You see that the white indicator shows up there. And then blind spot, of course, this vehicle does have blind spot detection standard. And with that, you do get some different features. So safe exit assist, which is first, it comes from the Hyundai Kia group. It'll use the blind spot detection to see if a vehicle is coming up from behind you while the vehicle is parked. And if it does, it'll automatically lock all the vehicle's doors so that way nobody can open it and actually get hit. That is checked. And then you do have active assist, so the vehicle will actually prevent a collision if it detects that you're veering out of the lane and somebody's in your blind spot. You have parking safety, so rear cross traffic alert. So not only will it tell you which direction somebody's coming from, but it'll also apply the brakes automatically. This vehicle does have a power lift gate, but it also has a smart lift gate system. So what it'll do is, this car's in shipping mode, so it actually will not activate that. But with the key fob in your pocket or purse, if you're a woman, it'll actually automatically open up the rear tailgate. The prerequisites are you have to be outside of the vehicle's parameters, and you actually have to, or perimeter, not parameter, perimeter, and then the vehicle has to be locked for 15 seconds or more. So really, really neat there. Fuel economy, pretty much irrelevant because this vehicle just got off the truck. You see it only has 4 miles. Digital speedometer, so really, really neat. Other features that I love about the Telluride, okay, I'm just going to scroll here. For one, the infotainment system. I used to work for BMW, and BMW obviously has one of the best infotainment systems. I don't know who they source their screens from, but Kia must be doing the same because this thing is incredibly responsive. I'm saying with every touch, it responds just as well as my phone. It really does. And the fact that it's a horizontal screen versus a vertical, so nice. It looks very well done in this interior. I'm so in love with this. So you do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto standard, navigation, of course. You have HD radio. Sirius XM is standard on every Telluride. This specific one will have quiet mode, which is actually a very, very cool Easter egg for this vehicle. What quiet mode does is it turns off both sets of speakers for the second and third rows, and it keeps the front speakers on, but no higher than a level 7 through the vehicle. So that way, if somebody's sleeping in the back, you don't have to worry about waking them up. Driver Talk will just use the Bluetooth microphones to actually project your voice through the third row speakers if you need to talk to somebody back there. And then, of course, you got your rear climate controls set up, etc. Okay, so absolutely in love with the way this looks. Okay. Now, other features to make note. It is an in-house 8-speed automatic. With this Nightfall edition, you can only have an all-wheel drive Telluride with the Nightfall. So again, if you want to, you can just simply press this button, and then the all-wheel drive system is activated, and the center differential is actually electronically locked. Super easy. Shows you there in the screen. You see the little blue, or not blue, green indicator. You press the button, and it goes instantly off, and it tells you that as well. Drive modes, you got comfort, you have sport. So sport will actually tighten up the steering wheel, make it heavier, give you a more direct feel. It'll sharpen throttle response and lag the gear, so it keeps you in a higher power band. You have smart mode, which is new for Kia, but this carries over from 2020 for the Telluride. But smart mode will actually monitor how you drive as a person. And if you drive like a grandma or a race car driver, it'll actually change the engine and transmission management to mimic that. Now, you do have eco mode, which sounds kind of dumb in a vehicle this size, but it actually does help a ton. It will actually physically shift earlier for you, reduce throttle response so you don't jump the RPMs too high, and then it'll keep your RPMs at a lower state, so that way you save on gas. So this is an all-wheel drive model, so it is rated at 24 miles per gallon in the highway, but of course you can get more than that through eco mode. And because this is an all-wheel drive model, you do get a snow mode, so it'll actually modulate power through each individual wheel that it needs to. So this all-wheel drive system will actually send individual amounts of engine power to each individual wheel, but it also has brake vectoring, so the vehicle can also apply brake pressure to each individual wheel as it needs to. Okay, this button to turn off the auto start stop for the motor. So if you come up to a red light and the engine automatically turns off and you don't like that, you can actually turn that feature off by just pressing that. It'll illuminate and let you know that feature is turned off. You will have the button for the parking sensors. This vehicle has rear parking sensors, and then you do have auto hold, which is standard on every Telluride, but that'll literally hold the brake pedal for you if you're in drive. I call it the lazy button. It's so nifty. I love it. Definitely a feature that I must have in a car. An electronic parking brake, which is standard in a Telluride as well. Make note, all the drive modes are on the fly, so you can actually change it as you need to. If you're on the interstate and you're in comfort and you're like, you know what, let's have some fun, put in sport, have yourself some fun. Other safety features that are standard, or other features in general, you've got smart cruise control, or as some people know, adaptive cruise control with smart stop and go function. So if you're in stop and go traffic, the vehicle will slow down and speed up as need be. Okay. The steering wheel is leather wrapped. I will make note of that. And it is heated per this button here. So I'm not sure if I went over that already. New for 2021, as you saw, remote start is standard on the key fob of a Telluride. When you get in, something that is different, you don't have to press the start stop button like most car companies make you do. Just get in, put it in drive, you're golden. Okay. Now, other things, automatic up and down windows for all four corners of the Telluride. You do have power folding mirrors in this vehicle. They will lock and unlock automatically, or they'll fold in and fold out when you lock the vehicle automatically. Okay, so make note of that. And then of course you do have the backup camera, and you can see the rear parking sensors as well. And of course you do have the dynamic guidelines to be expected. This vehicle also has a sunroof. To get the panoramic sunroof, you do have to go to the SX, but not a lot of people worry about that. You do have full LED lighting on the vehicle, so make note of that. That's going to be for the full vehicle. And then those are the speaker grills for the microphone for the Bluetooth system. Okay, so in saying that, let's hop into the back seat. Getting into the back seat of the Telluride. So for one, because this is an EX Premium, you do have the captain's chairs, which is probably the most sought after option on the Telluride. Okay, the armrests are adjustable, so if you want to, you can actually raise them or lower them, which is really nice. Cup holders for the rear passengers are up there. Nice Easter egg for the Telly. The USB fast chargers are built into the seat back for the rear passengers. Absolutely amazing. I love that feature. 12-volt charger in the bottom there. And then of course, like I said, this came off the truck, so it still has a protective covering. But you can see right there, it does have the grocery bag hook there. And then of course your mat pockets, which is really nice. This being an EX Premium model as well, you do have these sunshades, which are kind of difficult to put up with one hand, but there you go. So you have that on both rear windows, which is really nice. You do have cup holders in the door pockets as well, and the wood trimming does go into the back seat or back door as well. And then the leather does continue on the door pocket itself, which is really nice. As far as getting through the Telluride, so you do have this nifty button at the bottom here. You press that, seat goes automatically forward, but you notice it has the same button on top. So if you're in the third row, which this one's folded down right now, you can simply just press this button, releases it, and you can get out. Okay. Now, as far as adjustments for the Telluride seating in the second row, you do have this handle here, which can change the angle of the seat back, but it can also fold it flat. And then of course you do have a bar as per any manual seat, so you can actually slide this forward and back if you want to, which is really, really cool. Really nifty. Okay, now let's get to the third row. So like I said, getting into the third row is easy. Press the button, and then I can slide it forward even more if I want to, which I'm going to do here. And then I'm back here. Okay, so make note, you have so many different things going on here. Okay, you do have the rear vents if you want those on. Right now they're not on, so I'm actually going to turn them on because it is hot. So turn that on. AC vents, I'm actually going to bring it colder so I can cool down quicker. Okay, so now I've got the AC vents blowing, and then I can pull down or pull back this seat. The seat's actually pretty far back, and I'm actually really comfortable back here. Okay, I'm 5'9". I've got more than enough space back here. All right, I've got, if you see me, I've got more than enough space back here. I'm still sweating because it's still hot. I'm totally ready for this AC to blow on me, which is really nice. But I've got more than enough room here. I'm a full-size adult, more than enough room. Now, other things back here, you have fast charge USBs, cup holders, storage pockets, which is really nice. You notice these grooves here, so if you want to put a cargo cover, if you're not using the third row, you can most definitely do that. So there's more than enough room back here in this Telluride. I am super impressed. I'm very comfortable. These seats are super comfortable, so definitely a win-win for me. Now, getting out from the third row, like I said, just press this button, goes forward. I'm just gonna push this forward a little bit more, and then literally, I'm out of the Telluride. It's that easy, guys. Super, super nifty. So that's locked in. Let's get to the back. So with this Telluride, you do have a power tailgate. Just press it, and then it opens up automatically, and it is infinitely adjustable with this button here, okay? If you want it right here, you can just press and hold this for 3 seconds. You hear that beep, and then it's opened up at this height infinitely. Now, or indefinitely. I'm gonna raise it up and bring it back up to here. And then to bring down the seats, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. You just pull this and then just release them. Of course, those floor mats are back here. I'm actually gonna pull them back up. Oh, can't do that with one hand, but I'll get them down in a little bit. So you just pull and release. Now the third row is down. You can see there's the floor mats. You have this under cargo space, spare tires underneath the vehicle, jacks to the left, and you do have these buttons here that'll actually release the second row. So I press the right one, releases it, folds down. Do the second one. Obviously it's too far forward, but there's a ton of space here, guys. You can literally use this for whatever you want. You have a 12-volt outlet here, so if you're using a compressor or anything like that, it's perfectly fine. And then to close it, just press and walk away. I hope you really like this pretty much informational video on the Telluride. I love this car, or SUV. It's definitely one of my favorite. It is my favorite in the segment, one of my favorite vehicles of all time. I think Kia did a home run with it, and I truly think this EX trim level, especially with this Nightfall edition, is probably the single best value of any SUV on the market today. You get a lot of luxury for not a lot of money, okay? This vehicle is pretty inexpensive compared to the competition and compared to even luxury vehicles that have the same features, if not less, for dozens more, okay? So if you like the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Check out my other videos. I'm definitely sure to bring out some more. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.